Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Matt Hanna.
And this is Horror Hour with the Hannas.
Where you come for your daily dose of dread.
You gotta stop doing the ASMR, bro.
I like it. What?
I don't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't listen, so.
I do listen to make sure you edit episodes correctly.
Sure.
So I listen to all of them.
I'm going to start sneaking stuff in.
No, do not
and
do
see
that.
if you actually listen.
No, because I do and I'll catch it.
So.
Today we're talking about Frankenstein.
Yes, which we saw as part of the Philadelphia Film Festival, so we got to see it early, which was
on the
pretty
big
sweet.
Screen.
Yeah, and we also saw it as the 6th movie in 2 days that we saw.
Yeah.
So.
My 7th in 3 days.
Your 7th, yeah, for real.
So it was a very busy film festival. We already released our film festival recap. So if you want
go listen to
any
that.
more info on how the film festival went, you should definitely go listen to that because we'll get into detail about some non-horror movies, which we don't do on this show too much, but we thought that that was a good time to do that. If you ever want bonus eps of non-horror movies,
let us know.
We would gladly do that as well.
Or we have to make a whole new podcast and a whole new TikTok.
No, that feels like a lot.
Oh, okay.
That feels like so much.
Movie hour with the Hannas.
Oh, no, that sounds bad. Well, today, like we said, we're talking about Frankenstein, written and directed by Guillermo del Toro, based off of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, starring Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth, and Christoph Waltz. Notice that I can't say Jacob Elordi correctly anymore.
Because I say it wrong all the time on purpose.
No, I think you just genuinely didn't
don't
know how
his
to
name.
say it. Yeah. See, it's not on purpose.
Jacob Eldorado.
Yeah, that's what he says now.
Yeah.
It's Elordi. It's not a hard name. It's like exactly what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
The back of the box description. I think we all know what Frankenstein's about, but the story follows the life of Victor Frankenstein, an egotistical scientist whose experiment in creating new life in the form of the creature results in, quote, dangerous consequences.
That's about it.
A tale as old as time.
I mean, it's. I've read the book. You've read the book in high school. Mm-hmm. So we know.
I was gonna reread it for this, but then Matt took my book with him on a work trip, and that was my prime time to read it.
It was my book.
No, I bought it.
Oh, I thought I bought it. Oh, you're right. You bought it. Well, I was reading it. I finished it. So
yeah, I still gotta reread it.
It's a very good book. I'll be honest. I really like that book a lot. It's definitely old timey and can be a tough read because of the language, but it's quite good.
I mean, it's such an interesting story.
Yeah.
So obviously you'll be able to tell us, what things might be different than the book since you read it more recently.
Definitely.
I think Matt just read it so he can stop the illiteracy claims.
No, I read it because I wanted to reread it because I thought it was going to be good, and I did like it. So. It probably made me like this movie less, though, is what I'll say.
Yes,
so
that's what I was thinking.
We can get into that. This is kind of funny because, spoiling this movie is... It's tried to be very similar to the book. There are some changes.
There are some major differences,
but for the most part, it follows the exact same structure as the book.
It follows the structure, but then it changes the individual events in ways that I find odd.
Make the movie worse.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, too.
So we'll get into it.
But a lot of people really did like this film, and I think we have nice things to say about it. But we also are going to have some complaints, so we'll get there. But
yeah.
Do you have more background for us to go through
So
first?
I have plenty of background to get through. Like we said, we're going to keep the spoiler free until we announce that it's not.
We're as spoiler free as we can. If it has to do with the book, I feel
that's
it's just what it is.
The thing is you already know the story of Frankenstein. Yeah. So there's
so
much we're not going to be able to spoil,
You know Frankenstein via cultural osmosis.
Pretty much, yeah. Whether you've read it or not, you know this story. Well, this movie was in the works for a very, very long time.
Was Del Toro always attached?
Del Toro in 2007.
Oh my god, okay, so yes.
said this is a project he would kill to make. And he would like to make it a faithful Miltonian tragedy version of Frankenstein, citing a pretty perfect script which later evolved into Kenneth Branagh's film, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Whoa.
Which is panned.
Yeah, and I actually read something about that recently where the guy that wrote it really liked the script he wrote and then said Kenneth Branagh is a complete narcissist and
Whoa.
changed the script to make it like more about him and made it like his big own thing and basically had no nuance. No, straight up, that's like what the writer said, that he was like, yeah, he's a narcissist.
That's why Kenneth Branagh is hilarious casting for his character in Harry Potter.
Yeah. And Kenneth Branagh played Victor in it as well and directed, so... But I know the guy that wrote it was like pretty sad because he thought that like as an adaptation, the changes he made were like pretty brilliant, I guess.
Well, Guillermo thought so too.
There's a scene in that movie where when they're making Frankenstein, they have a bunch of electric eels
That's pretty rad.
No, it's dumb as hell. I'm sorry.
It feels like a cartoon.
Yeah.
It sounds like a rad cartoon.
One of the things they do in that is Elizabeth dies, and then they try to reanimate her. And then the monster shows up and is like, yeah, that's the creature I want. And he's like, no, I'm trying to reanimate her. And then she just like douses herself in alcohol and burns herself alive.
Cool.
The creature version. Yeah, which is like a cool idea. So
I'm
just saying, there was some cool stuff in the script.
Oh, yeah.
Was my point.
So let's keep going forward in our timeline. In 2009, Del Toro stated production probably wouldn't begin for at least 4 years. But despite that, he'd already cast Jug Jones in the role of the creature, which is Hans guy from Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, very cool. That makes sense.
His frequent collaborator. He's like in all his shit. And he said that he'd already begun...
Mitch McConnell, you mean?
Yeah, Mitch McConnell, yes. He'd already begun initiating makeup tests with Doug Jones. But then Jones later commented that the project was shelved because Universal was planning to do their Dark Universe franchise, which obviously fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, did it get one movie?
The Mummy.
It got The Mummy with Tom Cruise, and then that was basically it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There is many years of back and forth in planning and GDT, being back with this project, yada yada. But it was re-revived in 2023 by Netflix because Del Toro had signed a multi-year deal with them to produce projects. And following the win of Pinocchio for Best Animated Feature is when this came out, that he was now going to be making this with Andrew Garfield, Oscar Isaac, and Mia Goth in early talks for roles.
And Andrew Garfield at the time was supposed to play the creature.
Yes. So Del Toro revealed that filming was going to start in February 2024. Christoph Waltz was added to the cast. But in January, Jacob Elordi replaced Andrew Garfield due to scheduling conflicts that Andrew Garfield had after the strikes.
And I'm going to say it right now. I had no idea Jacob Elordi had this in him. He was really good. And so I'm like, as much as I like Garfield, I don't know if he had the voice that Jacob Elordi did to play the creature like this.
I have full faith in anything Andrew Garfield does. I love that man. I think he's fantastic. But I do like that it gave someone that we'd only seen in kind of dumb shit, aka The Kissing Booth. Netflix's The Kissing Booth, Jacob Elordi. So this was
give him a
very
chance
cool
to especially as he's like a leading man type look. So for him to be able to come play the creature, and I think give one of
really
the better performances in the movie, especially in his voice. Mm-hmm. I mean, his screaming of Victor when he's angry is kind of incredible.
Yeah, vocally he's
really good. So I wanted to shout that out. That I think that might have been for the best, but who knows? But okay, continue.
The issue with that is that GDT had spent 9 months designing the look of the creature for Andrew Garfield based off of Andrew Garfield's face and body.
Okay.
Which left 9 weeks for the design to be redone.
For Elordi. All right.
Who is much, much taller and different in stature than Garfield.
Huh.
So it was a scramble.
Yeah, that's stressful. Especially the look. And that is a complaint of mine, is I actually don't love the look of the creature. Mm-hmm. I like parts of it.
It's also, the creature design is also based off of a design that GDT saw in, I believe it was like a Frankenstein graphic novel.
Very cool.
So GDT had said when he was making the adaptation, what I find beautiful is when you create a universal myth, whether it's Frankenstein, Pinocchio, Dracula, or Sherlock Holmes, the myth itself rises so far above the original material that any interpretation is equally faithful if done with sincerity, power, and personality. I think in terms of fidelity to the canon, you'd be completely paralyzed.
I like that. I think he's totally right.
And yet...
The issue, though, is he tried to stick too closely to the source material so that when
I don't agree at all.
I'm saying in terms of structure, he tried to go with the source material, so when he made changes, they stuck out even worse, especially because a lot of the changes were for the worse. Yeah. Don't just jump in. I'm the one that read the book. All right. There are framing.
I have also read the book.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just not recently.
It's that there are parts that are almost identical to the book, like especially early on, so that when he makes changes, most of them were for the worse.
It feels weird as fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're going to stick this close, you need to stick even closer, I think. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Any more background?
Yeah, I wrote down a lot. One thing that GDT has said is that he actually considered at first making this a trilogy of films.
Oh, no.
Focused on one on Victor, one on the creature, and one on Captain Robert Walton.
No, that's insane. I'm sorry, that's absurd.
I'm glad we got what we got, but I think it also might explain why this movie is long as shit. Because it was 3 movies, I guess, to him.
The frame story of this works because all of them are going through somewhat similar things and all have lessons to learn from each other. But, like, the creature portion of the book is not long enough for its own full movie.
I agree.
And let me tell you, the shit portion of the book is really not long enough for its own movie. It's mostly written through letters, which is really cool, honestly.
Yes.
But, yeah. So, that's just
So in
all I have
that
to
way,
say.
thank goodness we got
trilogy would have been insane.
Yes. The final fun fact that I will share now, I have one more that I'll share later when we talk themes. The last one I'll share now is that Jacob Elordi obviously had tons of makeup application and prosthetics. I do think that this should be up for an Oscar, whether we like the design or not. To get all of this put on, it took 10 hours.
Oh, ooh, that's too much.
So, to make his early call time, he'd sometimes arrive at the makeup trailer at 10 p.m.
You got to be able to go to sleep. They always talk about Jim Carrey having to go through, like, psychological training for his makeup in The Grinch.
Yeah. Because it was similar.
It was, like torture, basically. Torture training.
So, he'd sometimes arrive at the makeup trailer at 10 p.m. and just stay up all night, which is bananas. And GDT said he came to believe that Elordi was superhuman.
He might be.
Never once did he come to me and complain. Never once did he come to me and say, I'm tired, I'm hungry, can I go? He put in 20-hour days.
Ugh.
And Jacob Elordi has said, it's the most I felt at home ever playing a character and shooting a movie.
Really? Good for him. That's kind of awesome. What a psycho.
I know. Maybe
he was perfect to play the creature.
I'm very happy for him. So, before we dive full deep into our thoughts on the film, we did ask our followers on socials before the film was accessible to any of us, what is your favorite Universal Monsters movie? K. Scanlon 653 on Instagram said, of the ones I've seen, Frankenstein would be my top choice, with Dracula being a close second. Frankenstein from 1931.
31 original. Got it.
Our friend Ethan Steinmetz said The Mummy for nostalgia, but I think he means the
Brendan Fraser The Mummy.
Yes.
That's the correct answer also. So
Abigail for quality.
That's funny. That counts. I think Abigail counts.
It does count. Quilt Girl 57 on Blue Sky said Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Nice.
Film Podcast said, I thought Wolfman was okay. It's a recent one. Had a deeper message if you dug down. Wolfman is not a good movie, but it's like fun enough. Yeah. So it's just like a weird break-in movie.
No Invisible Man remake?
No one said Invisible Man remake, which shocked the hell out of me. Also, like, does Phantom of the Opera 25th Annual Royal Albert Hall count?
It does not count, unfortunately.
Because if that counts, that's my answer.
So, little known fact about me, the actual early Universal Monster movies are a complete blind spot. I've never seen Frankenstein or Dracula or Bride of Frankenstein or Preacher or The Mummy. I have seen the Brendan Fraser The Mummy, so that would be my answer, because Brendan Fraser The Mummy is awesome.
Hell yeah, brother.
And do you have one? You also have a huge blind spot.
I just said Phantom of the Opera at Royal Albert Hall.
No, that's cheating. Although I do love that recording.
That's my answer.
Okay. There is a Phantom of the Opera movie. There's no singing though.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Well,
and
cool.
I'm not really interested because I like my singing. I really want to see Masquerade on Broadway so bad.
We have seen it on Broadway.
No, Masquerade.
Oh, Masquerade.
That's the new
I think about this song.
immersive show.
I understand.
That they took Phantom off to now do that.
Okay, very cool. Well, all right.
Make that money, team.
So let's talk about this movie.
What were your expectations going in? Did you have any?
Yeah, I mean, I like Guillermo del Toro. I like Pan's Labyrinth. I really like
Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water. And I actually think that my love of The Shape of Water probably made me dislike Frankenstein a little bit more, and I'll get into that later. So I had high expectations. I thought this was like the guy for the job for sure. And we kind of heard mixed things going in, so I try not to set expectations too high. And I will say we were going into this after watching 5 movies that were all pretty bleak.
Incredible, but
they were very good and bleak, or funny but different, and or that they required a lot of just a lot
bandwidth.
Of bandwidth in general, brain power, and so I was like, I just need this fun Frankenstein movie, which it did meet that expectation of just being like a blockbuster good time.
Yeah.
So
I think what I expected it going in was just like a movie with all of the drama, like beautiful, whimsical, flowing capes and hair, and
definitely
just like big and
color,
big and bold and beautiful. GDT. Like that's what I expected.
I wanted some massive set pieces and like some colors that really popped, like, and kind of
wild production design.
Yeah. And like instead of I think the Mary Shelley's one definitely goes for a more like real look, where for this I was like, I kind of want that fairy tale look that Guillermo del Toro is typically good at.
Yeah.
It might be a little over the top in this one, but it was kind of like what I wanted. So
what I think
I wanted it to feel like it was out of a book, which it did. Yeah. Because it is out of a book. So
I think in terms of like plot or actual content, I didn't set myself up with any expectations, which
we'd kind of heard mixed things, so I think that's why.
Yeah, because it had premiered at Venice and the reactions were mixed, and another podcast that I listened to got to see it at TIFF, and they were like, it's what you might expect from a GDT Frankenstein. He's doing Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. He's not doing the book Frankenstein. And so I think going into it, I was like, okay, it might not be what I want. So I just kind of have to accept that and go forward.
Yeah.
So those were kind of my expectations. Do we feel going in and actually seeing the film that our expectations were met?
Yeah, I would say they were. Mm-hmm. For me. This is like definitely what I expected.
Yeah.
I think there are disappointments I had in the things that I liked, so it was pretty middle of the road. I was having fun, is what I'll say, while watching it. And also big screen and music, everything like that makes the blockbuster elements were things I really enjoyed.
And I do think the things that I was like disappointed by, I expected those things to be my disappointments when I went into it.
Okay.
So it's like, it is what it is. So
sorry, go ahead.
Let's break the bitch down.
Okay. I want to, like, in a negative way, talk about it.
Oh, shit.
Or what?
What are you thinking? I would like to start with my positives.
Positives is Oscar Isaac's always good. He is actually a little outshined, I think, by Jacob Elordi in this, who I really like. I really enjoyed the addition of some of these weird action set pieces.
Nope. We gotta. You can't keep rambling. You gotta pause so I can respond.
Okay, go ahead. Respond.
You do this all the time.
My bad. I was gonna tell you all the things I liked.
I'm gonna write an essay and then you can speak later.
Go ahead. I liked the creature the way. Well, I liked how big he was.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Performances wise, I agree. I thought Jacob Elordi was really impressive. I think it's the voice that he's doing,
insane.
That's just like incredible.
Probably like one of my favorite parts of the movie is just his voice.
Yeah. Like I think if you just like watch this, like if you didn't watch it and you just listened, anytime that he spoke, it just like chills, I feel like.
So I would say based on book, that's lore accurate voice. He's supposed to sound like, he's not supposed to sound human. He can speak, actually he learns French, but he can speak, but his voice is like, should scare you, even his normal speaking voice. And I think they did a good job with that. Like he wasn't too, like eloquent, not eloquent, or I don't know. What also is really funny, though, is he learns by reading Paradise Lost in the book.
I know.
So when he speaks, he's like a human thesaurus. He's like speaking in such a funny way, and it's scary. He's like walking. He's a poet, really, in the book, which we kind of got in this. We could have gotten a little more, but
yeah, I thought he was great. And like you said, Oscar Isaac is always really great. I think for what he's given, he's putting his whole pussy into it.
I think the script could have been better for him. I think Victor's supposed to be a whiny little bitch, to be honest. Yeah. And I don't know if we got him being enough of a whiny little bitch. He was. He could have been worse.
Yeah.
He could have been more. And that's like one of my disappointments, but we'll get to it.
Performances wise, since we're on it,
I'm
gonna take a shit on the movie now.
Mia Goth.
I don't like Mia Goth that much.
I don't really either.
I have not seen her in anything where I'm like, oh shit. I think that monologue in Pearl, which Matt has not seen, does objectively rock. I think in X, her playing the two characters and the contrast between them is really cool. End of list. I've seen her in other things. Those are the performances that I feel any kind of way towards. That's positive.
Pretty much, she's not bad or good in this, but I will say at least she looks like period accurate. Like she's got the look of a woman that can play the time period, where I feel like we have that issue a lot with a lot of modern actors when they got these perfect teeth.
Yeah, that's fair. They put these like weird feathers, like pieces on her hair sometimes. That, like, pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, I didn't even notice this.
Oh, my God. I don't know why, but I thought they were so ugly that I just was, like, so repulsed sometimes when she was on screen. I was like, this whole fit is, like, stunning, and then this weird feather is bothering the fuck out of me. That's just a side ramble.
Yeah.
I don't think she's, like, doing anything of interest to me in this. And I think her script that she's given does not help her at all.
No. Well, Elizabeth doesn't have that much to do in the book either.
Elizabeth
that's kind of the point. Yeah, she's
But I think the performance Mia Goth is giving is like the bland nothing of the book, but she's given more to do than that.
And so it just doesn't work. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I feel like she's pretty like stagnant in like her deliveries of things, when I don't think that's what GDT was writing, but I also think the lines and what the character is written as doesn't help.
And some of the forced plots with it that feel really contrived and unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's a spoiler. It's something that differs from the book. So
the characterization of Elizabeth does differ significantly than the book, and I think that it makes things thematically quite a bit messy. I think thematically, part of what I love about the book is really like the gendered differences it's like a very, very important part of the novel.
Yeah, I mean, Mary Shelley was writing about like the life she had lived and like what the expectations of women were. She wanted to make sure that was in the book. So,
and Elizabeth has no agency and then is murdered in the book. And then the female creature is put together and never even brought to life. So completely lacking in agency. The least agency one could have. And the character of Elizabeth is not written that way. And GDT doesn't seem to understand that is such an important theme in the book. And that bothered me a lot because I think partially because I really love gender analysis, and when I read this book in high school, I wrote a paper about gender analysis of Frankenstein.
So to miss that,
miss that, I'm butthurt.
Well, there, I will say though, there are a lot of different interpretations. That is definitely one. There are a ton of themes you can get to.
There's so many
that
themes.
Feels like one that I also think is pretty important, and so like to lose that sucks to me. But that's fine. So all right, you were telling me to say nice things. We were talking about performances, and now you just read an essay about things you didn't like.
Yeah, but I gave you room to respond.
Okay.
So give me something else next.
I feel conflicted on the way this movie looks because I actually like it, but I'm seeing people complain about the weird Netflix sheen that it has, and I think I agree. When I finished watching this movie, I said that's what the Wicked movie should have looked like, because I think the Wicked movie looks like shit.
The Wicked movie
it looks terrible.
Like dog shit.
And this is the same vibe I think the Wicked was going for, with this like vibrancy. and it looks great. It does have the sheen that is like, but again, I was kind of looking at this as like a fantasy, gothic, romance. Romance isn't the right word, but like gothic fantasy novel. And so I felt that come to life with that sheen and with the colors.
Yeah.
So either way, like really the Wicked movie should have looked like this. It kind of pissed me off that movie doesn't.
And just
but
for
also,
the quick Wicked soapbox, why I think pastel is nice for Wicked, but it should be bright pastels, or like brighter light colors if you're doing like the lighter colors. Like the Wizard of fucking Oz.
Yes.
And instead they do like these really grayed out pastels that are just like, why is this like a pink on a cloudy day? It's like the pink of like your pink sofa when it's been used for 7 years and not cleaned. Like that is the coloring of that movie.
TLDR, the movie looks like shit. But Frankenstein does
and the
not
lighting
look like
is
shit.
bad in Wicked.
Yes.
Frankenstein's lighting
good
is great.
The colors are insane. Again, it has the sheen, but I don't. That's why I'm like conflicted. Where it's not like my ideal style, but I think it like works pretty well for this. So I'm not going to complain.
Along with the visual piece,
it's a good looking movie.
The production design is like a big part of that. The production design is so grand, and all of the spaces that they're filming in are like very real and tangible for the most part, and they're beautiful. Like the tower where the creature is made is just like so stunning.
Yeah.
And I also think along with that, the costuming adds to this like drama and grandeur because it's just like these.
Well, they're also supposed to be very rich,
and,
so I mean, Victor's got a money, so okay.
So in that way, it's really pretty to look at. Also, I think this should be up for costuming and probably makeup because of the creature's makeup. And costuming, duh.
Okay, I'm gonna say something I don't like since you brought up the makeup.
Go ahead.
The creature's too hot.
Yeah.
Way too hot. Like Guillermo del Toro is typically like down to make his creatures hot, but also still like scary. You know, like the Fishman, good looking guy, but like he's a Fishman. Like this is way. Jacob Elordi is like actually just like a blue guy. Like he looks like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, come on, man, like. That's a huge part of the novel as well, is that this man you see him and you are petrified and scared to the point where you just like pull your gun and start shooting at him. That's like a big part of Frankenstein's story, the creature story, I should say. Like make his flesh should be like tight to his face. His nose should probably be missing. Like I'm talking like cartilage gone, you know? Like the whole point is that he's basically skin stretched over bones and muscle that don't perfectly fit. Like he's supposed to be so ugly that Victor creates him, looks at him and goes, oh no, I shouldn't have made this, and runs out on him. Like he's supposed to be so ugly and scary that people see him and are like, what the hell is that? And immediately just start firing their guns. Like
man literally goes, oh god, he's ugly.
And bounces.
I have to kill him.
Yeah, straight up. And so I needed him to be a little scarier, a little more like zombie looking, a little like tighter skin, yellow even. Like the blue is too alien. Make him like yellow, like old flesh. Jaundiced. Yeah. Like his eyes should be not lively in my. That's another thing. Like he's got like dark eyes in the book, from what I remember. That was just a big complaint, especially for like a big creature guy. Like you are the monster guy. Make him a monster, not.
He just kind of looks like a skinny, muscular, bald man.
Alien. Like, he looks like an engineer from Prometheus.
Yeah.
And that was a frustration. I think they did that because they want to have this little, like, love story in here, and it's just unnecessary. And, like, the point is he's supposed to be ugly, and he wants an ugly bride. Like, he's like, make me someone ugly and like me so that I can live happy because you've denied me this.
Yes.
Yeah. And Victor's like, I'm a little bitch. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he looked so much like, this is so mean to Nicholas Hoult, but like Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor, but with like stitching.
Yeah, and blue.
Like he was just like a fellow bald white man. Like
so that it's a shame. I mean, what's great is for the most part his hair is awesome, his black raggedy hair, and when they put him in like his outfit with the cloak and everything, he looks awesome. And when he's running around beating the shit out of people, it's great. Yeah. So that part's good. It's just like when they make him like kind of tender and soft looking, I was like, that kind of goes against the point of everything. So I was frustrated by that. Mm-hmm. But okay, that's my big complaint. We'll get to more of it later.
Something else that bugged me is that I think some of the dialogue in here is cheesy as hell. I think that there are a few points where the characters just tell us the themes out loud.
No, that part's crazy. I guess that feels like spoilers to me.
How is that a spoiler?
Because, all right, well, that's fine, because I want to talk about this,
one
too.
of the themes of the book is, like,
Victor's the
playing
real monster.
God, and that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, you can't control life and death.
Yes. And so you're talking, there's a point where Henry, or William, I can't remember the names from the book.
William
is like, Victor, I'm scared of you. You're the real monster. And I was like, oh my God. And that was a really frustrating moment because, like, that's like fucking Reddit posting shit about, like, everyone knows Victor's the real monster. Like, yeah, no shit. That's like a big part of it. But, like, you don't need to say it.
Yeah, it was bananas.
Right? It's also like the monster is also kind of a monster in the book. I like him, but like he does bad shit too. Like why? All right, sorry. This is my wind back. For the guy who made The Shape of Water, because this is my callback to that. I think that movie has like pretty nuanced themes. And a big part of it is a monster movie where the roles are reversed. The monster, the titular like creature from the Black Lagoon is our hero, and the real monster in the movie is
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon. He's great, and I love the way that that's like flipped, and it's such a good fairy tale that's like turned on its head. But they don't ever have to go, oh, he's the real monster. It's told via storytelling. It's told via the way it's shot and like the filmmaking. So like, why in the most famous monster movie or monster novel that probably influenced The Shape of Water did you feel the need to add that to the dialogue? Like, again, my guy, you made Pan's Labyrinth. You made The Shape of Water. Like, you have nuance. Like, why? What are we doing? So it's like I'm getting animated because, like, you don't need to. You don't even need to acknowledge it. It's in the text.
Yeah.
It's in the text of the book. Like,
yeah. It's actually crazy.
It's nuts. Like, and also, I mean, William being alive late in it's dumb to me as well, but that's a whole thing. So whatever.
Whatever. I don't really care about that.
Okay.
I take similarly huge issue with that.
Like,
and I do think even when they're not blatantly saying the themes in the dialogue, some of the dialogue is just like corny and like.
Yeah, it's a really like, what were you thinking?
Just
moment.
like talk,
like
bro, like a person.
We have like higher expectations of Del Toro, so it's just like, what was going on here, dude?
Like the dialogue. So I think it's been in articles that Netflix deliberately has in its scripts for Netflix originals dialogue where the characters specifically say what they're doing because people
are on their phone.
In case you're on your phone or in the other room or something.
I might walk out on this episode after hearing that. I'm gonna go rethink my life. That is the most disgusting anti-art thing I've ever heard. Yes. I'm like angry. And I'm gonna start shaking with anger.
And I don't
fuck that. Sorry, let me just tangent really quick.
Wait,
no,
I don't think that's what this
me?
Is doing. Like he's not having them.
It might be,
but it's too close. It's too close to that.
Dog, I'm like I can't say though. I'm gonna have to get redacted if I say what I want to say about Netflix and what we should send them in the mail. But holy shit.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Matt is gonna send them.
That's even worse than like AI art. Like Jesus Christ. Sorry, this is
it's
like.
Up there. Yeah.
Are you shit? Like, are we that cooked that we can't fucking sit down and watch a movie that Netflix is adapting to us being on our phones or being in the other room? Like, you don't deserve the art then if that's how you're gonna interpret it. Like, go sit on TikTok. Sorry. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm done for now. That's insane, though.
I'm surprised you haven't heard that.
I saw something about it today and I ignored it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought it would make me angry. I'm like,
it's tough.
This is not me being like animated. Like I'm disgusted. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now I feel alive. I feel cool. Well, I'm sure people out there agree with me. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I need a second.
Okay. Something else that I'm gonna take a dump on this movie for is that, and it's a cool thing at its core, but it's done in a way that I don't like, is that Guillermo del Toro clearly wants us to think about, like, how this person became to be this. Like, how Victor decided to fucking do this anyway.
Oh, all right. We're in spoiler territory. Yes, go ahead.
And because of that, I think he gives us... This is not a spoiler.
Fine. Go ahead.
I think every review says this.
Got it.
It just, like, elaborates and adds stuff about his childhood, or, like, who he was before making the creature that we don't really get in the books the same way. And I think he adds a lot of things that are too, like, it goes on way too long.
It's way too
much
long.
energy is given to that.
And it also thematically messes up the story.
Yeah.
And I can't jump in and say that. That's why I was saying spoilers. But, you know, whatever. It's at the beginning of the movie. But basically, they try to give Victor a more tragic backstory, which, in my opinion, again, as someone who's read the book recently, and this is my complaint about Del Toro, I think, trying to stick too close to the book, that makes the changes seem worse. Mm-hmm. But Victor is just a dude that's obsessed with, like, being the best and, like, making this thing and falling into this, like, rabbit hole of creating life because he thinks he can do it. It's John Hammond in Jurassic Park. You asked whether you could do it, and you never asked if you should do it.
Yeah.
Or what. And so, like, adding this motivation to me seems, like, kind of lame, because part of it is, like, he has a good upbringing. He's got, his dad's nice and in the picture. His mom is out. What?
Yeah.
In the book.
Oh, okay.
In the book. His dad is nice. He's in the picture. His dad's, like, a loving person in his life. He's got a wonderful family. He's got his cousin Elizabeth, who he's going to marry someday. But yet...
His cousin.
Yeah, I mean, that is
what he's going to marry.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the plan.
I know.
But still, because also nature versus nurture is a big thing with him and the creature.
Yeah.
Do it. But still, he's like, I want to go do this. I want to play God, is what it becomes. He's like, I want to challenge the fabric of reality. And then he basically sits in a room by himself for 2 years making this thing happen. And then he does it and goes, oh no, it's ugly. And also like, oh no, why'd I do this? And bounces. And so, like, by adding this whole tragic backstory, I think it kind of takes away from that he was just doing this because he thought he could and didn't think be 2 feet past his own face. Mm-hmm. And it just sucks. It's basic and boring. And, like, I think that the original novel is more interesting in that way because the motives are so... The boring motives is more interesting. Is that crazy to say?
I think
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, like, that's what I'm saying. So... I totally agree it was unnecessary. Like, just have him have a good life, and he just wants to create life. Mm-hmm. And doesn't think about whether he should or shouldn't. Sorry. That's it, though. What do you got?
We've talked about this movie for quite a while without, like, blatantly spoiling.
All right, so we're entering the spoiler zone right now. Let's do 15-second summary. Wait,
I'm not doing a 15-second summary for Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein. They make a creature, and the creature kills people ugly. Because he's ugly and sad and doesn't have a companion, which reasonable, you know.
If I couldn't have some fuck either,
yes.
I'd kill everyone.
Yep. Couldn't have love.
Okay. Now give us the
full plot description. All right. This is the plot description for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, not the book. Or any of the other ones. Ready. So, a ship on an expedition to North Pole becomes trapped in the Arctic ice. The crew finds the gravely injured Victor Frankenstein and brings him aboard. They are soon attacked by a creature with superhuman strength, whose wounds can regenerate, who demands Victor's surrender. Victor explains that he is the creature's maker and recounts the events leading to its creation. Victor's mother died giving birth to his younger brother William, who became the favorite of their aristocratic father, a renowned physician. Disillusioned by his abusive father and grieving his beloved mother, Victor resolved to overcome death and grew to be a brilliant, arrogant surgeon. An arms merchant, Heinrich Harlander, offers Victor unlimited funding in an abandoned tower to conduct his experiments. Victor enlists William's assistance in building his laboratory and grows smitten with Harlander's niece Elizabeth, William's fiancée. When an impatient Harlander demands results, Victor harvests body parts from hanged criminals and soldiers killed in the ongoing war. Harlander, dying of syphilis, begs to be transferred into the new body, but Victor refuses, believing Harlander's brain is already infected by the disease. Attempting to sabotage the experiment, Harlander falls to his death. Victor successfully electrocutes the creature, but it fails to reanimate. Victor awakens the following morning and finds that the creature is alive. He teaches it to say his name before chaining it in the basement of the tower. The creature exhibits immense strength and rapid healing ability. William and Elizabeth discover Victor's creation, and Elizabeth bonds with him and questions Victor's treatment of it, teaching it to speak her name. A jealous Victor falsely tells William that the creature killed Harlander. Increasingly frustrated with the creature's lack of intellectual development, Victor sets fire to his laboratory with the creature inside. He has a change of heart after hearing the creature crowd his name, but is thrown into a rock while trying to re-enter the tower as it explodes, severing one of his legs. The creature frees himself and wanders into the woods. He takes shelter in the hovel of a nearby farm, where he observes an old blind man teaching his granddaughter to read. The creature secretly helps the man and his family, who thank their unseen benefactor as the spirit of the forest. After the rest of the family leave for the winter, the lonely creature befriends the man, who teaches him to read and speak fluently. He journeys back to Victor's lab and finds notes confirming the nature of his creation and the address to Victor's estate. Returning to the farm to find the man being attacked by wolves, the creature fights them and comforts his dying friend before being driven away by the returning family. Realizing he cannot die and will spend eternity alone, the creature confronts Victor on the night of William and Elizabeth's wedding, demanding him to create a companion. Victor refuses, professing his disgust and regret for bringing the creature to life. He attacks Victor, but is embraced by Elizabeth, who is accidentally shot when Victor fires at the creature. Mortally wounded, as the creature fights off the guests, a dying William confesses he has always feared Victor and that he's the real monster. Alright, the creature takes Elizabeth to the cave and comforts her as she dies. Also, Victor hunts the creature to the northern Atlantic, where he fails to kill him with dynamite and is discovered by the ship crew. Returning into the present, the creature boards the ship and Victor apologizes for his cruelty before dying. Forgiving Victor, the creature pushes the ship out of the ice. The creature watches the ship sail towards the sunrise, reaching out to embrace the sunlight as Victor once taught him. Okay, I'm going to say, that's the movie. Him pushing the ship out of the ice at the end is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that was pretty
I like that addition. But also it's an addition that makes sense given the source material. So,
yes. Okay, now that we have the plot spoiled for us, what can we talk about that we can just like either compliment or roast directly from the summary? I'll go first.
You want to go from the beginning?
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, let's just like go down the summary.
All right, so the intro does kind of rock. It's like an action sequence that
is not in the book.
It's not in the book, cool. But it's like that is an addition. I think like the stuff in the North Pole, like in the ice and
where the monster's attacking to get to Victor.
That is
it's pretty
cool. I had a lot of fun with that.
It's scary and it makes the monster a real threat. I'm actually
down for that.
I think that's a way you can do the intro. You can't do all the letters. The letters would be boring.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I will say they do enough to do the whole thing where this guy is on a journey he shouldn't be on. Mm-hmm. Like he's supposed to be paralleled to Victor as, chasing something that maybe you don't need to chase to endanger yourself and other people. And then he learns that lesson and turns around. That I think is all there. And I think that this attack can happen and that still works. Cool. Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
I thought that part was rad. I was grinning from ear to ear.
Good. I also was enjoying that a lot.
Moving on to the family stuff.
I already said I just don't think it's just unnecessary to add. Oh, get rid of what? Get rid of it. You're talking about me.
Can it?
Yeah, I don't think you need any of it. I think it's more interesting that Victor is just in this pursuit of unreasonable greatness and playing God versus like having actual motivation. I think the lack of motivation is more interesting. I said that already. I think that it makes it much more basic and like kind of more stereotypical in themes, which again for Del Toro, I'm a little disappointed in him for not like seeing that and why he felt the need to make it fit more narrative structure is a little odd to me. But
yes,
that's just me.
It looks pretty, all those scenes though, like in the mansion and the outfits and everything.
But just
There's some like really cool flowing capes.
Make Victor a narcissist.
Yeah.
Like that's it. He already is.
Yeah.
And then again, it plays on the idea of nature and nurture. Like it's clearly that Victor was nurtured well, and nature still kind of made him a bad person, or not nature. He was just born a shitty person, or he is internally a shitty person.
But in the movie, it's like
he was turned into a shitty person.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Let's talk about the addition
of Harlander.
I'm actually Christoph Waltz.
I think it's completely unnecessary.
I think it's totally unnecessary.
It's another addition that takes away from things we could have gotten later in the movie.
I think it's kind of interesting, the whole like I have syphilis and I want my own body.
That's kind of that ends up being a what's it called, a plot twist that he's like, oh, I have syphilis.
I actually want. Yeah.
But at what point in this science were we ever talking about transferring brain function? Like
we're never talking about that, dog.
And I also will say, again, I'm going back to the book, which is like definitely changing it. My opinion. The whole point is Victor literally locks himself up. by himself and does this. He turns to like skin and bones and like almost dies in his pursuit of this. Like, I don't like that there's all these other people involved in him creating this. Like, it's something he hides. Like, the Victor in the book would never go in front of the school and be like, look what I can do. This is amazing. Like, dude he wanted it for himself. Which, again, there's this, like, narcissism element. So, like, I just think Harlander's an unnecessary addition. Like,
yes.
Victor grows up, Victor goes to school, he starts reading up on these things, and he's like, oh my god, I'm going to do this. And then we spend some time with him just, like, going through failing tests, give us a little montage until eventually we can have the big tower scene still.
Yeah, the tower scene was
the big
cool.
tower scenes, and then I just think have an ugly monster. But sorry, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought that was like completely unnecessary. I feel like they're just having that to like justify where he got money from, but it's
he
like,
has money.
Man just had money,
he has
and
money.
that would have
That's part
been
of
fine. Like, I don't know why else we need that.
Well, I will also say in the book,
it's his, and to introduce us to Elizabeth more naturally. I think that's what it is. Besides being like,
in the book, they just grew up together.
Cousin. Well, and that's, for modern audiences, that's weird. So I feel like to modernize
but that's, again, for
it's
themes,
like,
that's important.
Yeah,
like that's kind of just the expectation set upon her.
And she never had a choice in that either. That was just
although she
what
does
was
like
always
Victor
going to
in the
happen.
book, so I don't know.
Yeah, but like, let's be real.
Okay, that's fine. I felt that, again, we don't get the creature created until like the hour in.
Yeah, which is
and like,
bananas.
if I'm being honest, like the book gets really interesting after the creature's made. It's also pretty unceremonious in the book. He's just alive all of a sudden, and Victor's just like, oh my god, it's alive. There's not this whole lightning thing.
And it's ugly.
I do love the whole lightning thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I'm fine with the lightning thing. I'm just thinking if I were to make this, you do the lightning, you have all that stuff. That thing comes to life. It's terrifying. Victor looks down upon it before it's like, it takes a breath. And it's really easy to shoot, I think, someone just immediately like being astonished and horrified at what they've done, and you just have him bounce. You just have him run. He gets on his carriage and he just leaves them on the table. That would have worked so much better for me if I directed this movie, which I can't believe I'm trying to say I should have directed this instead of Guillermo del Toro. You know what's funny? We're both kind of light to this movie. There's just gripes we have.
I have so many gripes.
And we're going through. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Let's talk about it. So the creature's alive now.
He's too hot.
How do you feel about him having this healing power?
I don't hate it.
I don't care.
I think it's a cool addition.
I think it actually,
because it also implies that he can't die,
it justifies his anger.
Correct.
More
that he can't even die. He can't even like move on out of his loneliness.
Of course, he wants a partner. I think it explains that even further.
I like that a lot. Actually, I think it's a good addition.
I thought that was cool.
What I don't like is the whole part where he's trying to teach him to speak, and he's like, he's stupid, and that's his reason for running.
He's dumb as fuck, and like, bro. He only say my name. Yeah,
it's because they wanted to introduce him to Elizabeth, which.
And that's like the first word he says besides Victor. Victor. He's like, Elizabeth.
It feels very just unoriginal. Oh, the woman falls in love with the monster. Like, duh.
Except, like, she doesn't. She just is like, has empathy for it.
Sorry, the monster,
this is a person.
The monster falls in
falls in love with her.
If we go back, and I am going to just keep saying, like, thematically where I think this differs from the book and how it doesn't work. Victor is the only one that knows about this in the book, and it's haunting him. Like, there's this dread-filled paranoia that he has because he knows this thing is out there, and it's stalking him, and he's seeing it out there, finding him, and like that's much more interesting that he's hiding this. And so then when his youngest brother, who's like a child, gets killed, and someone else gets blamed, Victor's like, I know who did this, but no one's gonna believe me, and it's just like. He is all of his destruction is caused by himself and his shitty actions. And so like having them know this and having this other story just it's not interesting in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yeah. Do you follow me though? Like,
yes.
And I do think the book is really unadaptable. I think Del Toro did what he could. I just think I don't like the script. You don't agree that it's unadaptable? Nope. Okay. I think parts of it are. I'm sure parts of it are. There are things he did here that would have worked really well had he stuck to the book more. But because he stuck to it just enough, it's awkward. Yeah. So, let's go, though. We'll continue.
I Okay, so he tries to
We gotta
kill
take
it.
out the hovel.
I think him trying to kill it is fine. Like,
Yeah, I'm
that
trying to
whole
like set it on
scene
fire
and everything.
I think I'm trying to do it because he's dumb is not fine, but
I think that's really funny. He's like, you fucking dumb
You
bitch.
dummy.
I don't want to have to take care of you. I'm not ready to be a dad.
not ready. Well, yeah, again, the book is about him. He's a deadbeat dad. That's like the actual main plot is that Victor's just like, ooh, ugly kid, I'm out.
Well, and they got that right.
They did get
He's
that
literally
right.
like, my
No, but
kid's
he's
ugly
like-
and stupid.
In this one, he's dumb, and it's supposed to be a callback to how like his dad treated him.
Yeah.
But again, it's just like, yeah, you know, it is more thematically connected, but it's less interesting, in my opinion. I have to keep saying that because I feel like I'm shitting on a movie that people love.
So now we're up to
The
where
hovel.
we're at the creature's POV.
All right, biggest sin this movie creates.
Okay.
They don't do the frame story correctly. This is like a legit. I'm actually very mad about
Talk
this.
to us about it.
So the frame story is that it's first our guy on the boat guy, we'll call him. Then it's Victor. Then Victor is accosted in his story by the monster who is like, let me tell you my story, listen to all of what I have to say, and then make your decision on making me a wife or a partner. But in the book instead, or excuse me, in the movie instead, the monster shows up to the captain of the boat. He's like, what did he tell you? Here's my side of the story. And I'm like, this is a famous frame story. Why are we not framing it? Like, why are we doing just two different sides of the story being told to the same guy? It's awkward. That's it. So, the hovel story, I think, is done mostly pretty well, though. I do have complaints, but it's fine.
Felt like there were just parts of it that felt awkward to me. I guess his friendship with the blind man just felt so forced
that's
to
my
me.
issue. So again,
Like, he's not supposed to be friends with anybody in that fucking house.
The whole point
It's,
is
like, really sad.
It's sad. He's watching them and he believes he's part of the family and he actually loves them and loves being there, but he's scared to go and introduce because what has happened before. People have seen him and they've shot him, and so it's really really sad. He learns a language because they have someone learning language there, but he basically believes he's part of this family, and finally he's like, I'm gonna take my shot at talking to them. And he goes in, talks to the old man, is trying to explain it to him, explain who he is, and then he's like, "I need your help now." And the children come home and is like, "What is that?" And then starts shooting at him. So his one time he even takes his shot to like have connection, he immediately gets attacked and hurt. I should also say, even though he can recover in the movie, in the book, bullets still hurt.
Yeah.
He doesn't die from them, but he's like, "Yeah, I'm in pain. Like these are scary. I can be injured." And so having him actually have a many-month relationship, I think also goes against the whole point of that he just wants a companion.
Yes.
So again, it's a frustration and a poor decision.
And
in my opinion.
I feel like it's justified in, like, he knows how important companionship is now. So he wants more.
Yeah,
But it's like-
it's sadder when he's never
I agree.
never awarded it.
And I also just think that the conversations he has with this man are, like, really cheesy.
Agreed.
And, like, the dialogue between them is just, like, really lame to me.
Him never being awarding it also makes it make more sense why he just shows up and strangles a child and then frames another woman and she gets executed for it.
Yeah.
Like, he's so rage-filled, where in this one I feel like he's felt this happiness now, and I think it doesn't make... It just kind of, like, messes that up for me. So, yeah. Okay. They also cut out that, which I didn't like. He's supposed to kill a child. Supposed to kill he's supposed to go after Victor's family because he's like, I want revenge on you because you fucked me up by making me and abandoning me.
And
And they just don't do
shit
that.
is just, like, not done. Yeah.
At all. Because we need to have a love subplot with him and Elizabeth.
Okay, so this is where the creature confronts Victor on the evening of William and Elizabeth's wedding, demanding a companion. I have many rants here. I have a lot to say.
I have a lot of problems with this part,
Yes,
too.
okay.
Do we have anything else we like? Again, I liked this movie still. I had fun with it, but I'm complaining about things that I think are very valid, so...
You like the movie more than me, so...
Yeah, okay, well then, go ahead.
Okay, so... First of all, he demands a companion. Great, correct. Victor never starts making it at all. That does not fucking happen.
It's the same night he asks for it is the same night that he ends up killing, like, Victor's family. Like, in the book, it's like he's working on it for like a year, I think. He starts like doing it. He's dreading doing this, and then eventually does. But yeah, go ahead.
And it's thematically, especially with the like feminist narrative, that fucks that whole shit up.
Yep.
Also, the plot point here with him and Elizabeth
It's bad.
is
It's
so
really
bad. Their dialogue together is horrible. And then, like, Victor accidentally shoots Elizabeth.
Which is, again,
like,
ridiculous.
Whatever.
I'm going to go to the book again. He goes, I'll be with you on your wedding night. So Victor rips up the female he's making for him. And he just says, I'll be with you on your wedding night. Which is an ominous thing to say.
Yeah, that's fucking...
And what ends up happening in the book is... He goes on his wedding night. Victor thinks he's coming after him because Victor's a conceited narcissist. And then in the last moment, he's like, wait, he could have gone after Elizabeth. And then all of a sudden, he hears screams from the other room. And the creature has strangled Elizabeth to death, ruining Victor's life one more time, sending him on this, path of revenge that we then leads him to the Arctic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. I just think it's like, it's so... Even if we're like, okay, this doesn't have to be a complete... adaptation, they can change things, whatever. If we're looking at it from that aspect in this bit,
it's still just not well written.
It's
right?
not well written, and the dialogue is really painful. And then, so, like, Victor accidentally shoots Elizabeth, which, like, fine, whatever. I understand why that would create more pain for Victor, so I understand, like, that being the motivation for him doing that. But then he's, like, carrying off Elizabeth into the woods, and then dying William is like, I've always feared you, you're a monster.
Yeah,
and then he carries her to a cave, and, like, they have this, like, romantic moment before she dies, and it's just so, like... Mia Goth's performance is odd. It's unearned completely. The dialogue is silly and cheesy. I just like...
Well, and then immediately...
And I need to explain to you, when I mean cheesy, like, I love a quote-unquote chick flick, rom-com.
Sure.
13 Going on 30 is, like, one of my all-time favorite movies. I love that shit. But this is, like, cheesy in a different way, where it's... just like, again, it's the same.
It's eye rolling.
It's so eye rolling. Well, it's not like cheesy cute. It's cheesy. Why the fuck did you make, like, people don't talk, like, people would never say that ever.
And then it's rushed because, again, you miss the horror of the book when all this happens at once. A big part of it is that the creature is fast as fuck and always stalking Victor. And Victor's always... He knows that the consequences of his actions are around the corner, manifested as the creature, who is out there just picking off his friends and family and doing it at any time. And Victor's just like, I can't believe this is happening. This is my fault, but I'm just going to whine about it some more. And, like, eventually he has nothing because his dad, I think, ends up dying from old age. I can't remember. And then... Elizabeth is killed by the creature, and he goes into a complete rage where he's like, I'm just going to now... I've dedicated my entire life to the pursuit of creating life. Now I'm going to dedicate my entire life to the pursuit of killing this creature. And the creature is like, haha, I'm going to ruin your life even more because you're just going to pursue me and you're never going to catch me. And, like, he basically just starts leaving hints for Victor to chase him because he knows it's ruining his life even more. And, like, that... Had we not wasted an hour at the beginning before the monster's even created, we could have had time to build this dread and build the actual horror elements of the book and the themes of the book and been more interesting in the back half. But instead we get a really rushed back half that just ends on the boat. And he's like, I forgive.
Like, monster fucker GDT, of course, wants to focus on, like, a pseudo love story instead of, like, the actual...
The pseudo love story is kind of Victor and the monster, though. Like, that works better. They don't love each other, but there's this weird Batman and Joker type, like, dynamic between the two. Mm-hmm. And I would... That's a funny way to put it, because obviously that came out later. But it's, like, a similar thing where it's, like, they're kind of, like... They're two pieces of a I don't know, a coin. Pieces of what? They're two
sides of the same coin.
They kind of connect each other. They're puzzle pieces that fit together. I don't know. All the different metaphors. All of them. But
so moving into the very end, that's like the hunting Victor, returning to the present on the boat. Victor apologizes for being a dickbag and then dies, but the creature is like, I forgive you, father.
That was absurd also. Very unearned. Again, we didn't have enough time for that kind of thing to happen.
Also, like...
Victor would never forgive him. The Victor that we've been set up with is not...
Well, Victor would never apologize.
Victor would never apologize.
Also,
Victor dies thinking he's in the right.
Also, Victor would never be like, yeah, my son. And the creature would just, like, it's unearned for the creature to be like, it's okay, Dad.
I'm sorry. I talking about this movie is making me dislike it more, even though I enjoyed watching it. But it does end correctly, where I like him knocking the boat out of the ice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The ship sees all this and sees the folly of man and the pursuit of absurd greatness, and says, "I'm not going to go to the North Pole and get all these men killed. I'm going to learn the lesson that these two did not.
Yes,
and turn myself around." And at least we got that part. But again, that's where my frustration comes with this movie, is that too much of it tries to follow the book and then makes all the wrong choices that make the book that did make the book interesting to make the movie less interesting. That was my point from the beginning.
Yes.
It's if you're gonna go like this, I think you have to get more absurd with it and be really out there, which is probably what we're gonna get with Maggie Gyllenhaal's movie that's coming out soon. But I mean, Frankenstein has been remade 100 times under a lot of different names, is what I would say. So I don't know. It's tough.
So, what's this movie mean? Let me start with that real quick, because Guillermo del Toro said the major theme of the story to him
is father and sons, right?
Is failed parenthood. For me, it's about the human spirit. It's about forgiveness, understanding, and the importance of listening to each other. It's a European tale told from a Latin American view.
Okay, I am down for the parent story. The issue is you didn't finish it.
It's not fleshed out.
You know what? I'm cool.
If you're doing the parent story, you have to cut the first hour so you can actually flesh out the actual relationship that Victor and the creature have, which is not done.
If we want to do this as a cycle of abuse, I'm actually down. I think that's a really interesting idea, actually. I think it's more boring than the book still, but it's interesting. But you didn't follow through.
Yeah.
Right? Let's actually go for that. Cut out Harlander.
Yeah.
Do the father to something, Maybe have... I still think it works better if Victor just is deadbeat immediately instead of trying to teach him, being he's dumb, I'm walking out. I get why you did it, because you're trying to relate it to that part, but it's just not interesting. It's not fun. I think just being the deadbeat dad what makes that work better, but, Or you have to spend even more time with the creature in there. It's one or the other. Either no time or even more time and make that the real story. Instead, you tried to be as much of the book as you could, as much of your own half-baked story as you could.
Yeah.
And I hate how mean I'm being about Guillermo del Toro, because I really like Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
So this is crazy of me. But it's frustrating because I expect so much, I would say. So.
Yeah. I know, it's really tough.
It's really hard. What about you? What do you think?
I think that is the theme. He literally said that's what he's going for. I see that in the film. I just think it's half-baked. I think obviously what it should be is this feminist narrative that we don't get really, and the whole you can't fucking play God storyline.
There are a ton of themes
foundational to the book.
Yes. I think there's ways to do it, but you need to make it more of your own movie then, and not make it close to the book, or at least it's too close. So it's promised as that. It's hard.
Is there anything else that you're seeing thematically from the movie?
Not really. I mean, he's got his monster fucker thing with Elizabeth, but that seemed really out of place to me.
That you can love people who are ugly.
No, just why was it there? He wasn't ugly. That's my other issue. It just seemed out of
Creation
out of place.
Is beautiful.
Yeah.
Being a parent is a beautiful thing if you're kind to your child.
Even the whole thing about him being in love with Elizabeth and being in love with his brother, and her kind of liking him, and they have this weird dating subplot, it felt
and I kind of liked those scenes, but then in the grander context of the film, I don't know why they're there.
It's why are we doing this?
Yeah.
I don't really see a lot of the themes beyond the generational trauma idea, which again is a fun idea for Frankenstein. Just actually do it then.
Yeah. Do we have any favorite scenes?
The opening. We said that.
Damn it,
it's so good.
Yeah, that's
it's so good.
I was hoping you'd say something else.
Him creating the creature, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of lame that it doesn't work at first, and he wakes up and he's alive later. I was like, fine.
I thought
the whole movie looks good. And again,
Yeah.
I had fun the whole time. I was enjoying myself watching it. There were just a lot of frustrations I had that we really laid into in this one. You didn't like it as much as I did.
No, I did not.
I sounded like I hated it in this review, though, and I didn't.
Your Matt rated it like way higher.
I rated it way higher. I didn't hate it at all. I hate some of the choices it makes, though.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if I'll watch it again.
I'll probably watch it again.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Good to know.
I just might watch it while I'm working. So
I'd rather watch
really...
Young Frankenstein again.
I don't like Young Frankenstein, so I won't be watching that.
Well,
do you have any hot takes about Frankenstein?
In general?
About this movie.
Oh,
hot takes.
I thought you just meant like the lore of Frankenstein.
Bad.
My hot takes. I think everything we said was kind of a hot take.
Yeah.
Do you have any? I'll
I have
come up
two.
with one in a second. Okay, go ahead.
Guillermo del Toro doesn't understand the priority themes of the novel, which I think
That's insane to say. There's no way he doesn't. He just didn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, fine. My other hot take is I could have fixed this script and he should have sent it to me first.
Oh, I feel that way too. That's a hot take. I really think I could have. I think. Oh, that will add that to our new idea. I think I could write a Frankenstein movie that is like sort of the book, sort of its own thing. I truly believe. That's my hot take. You want to do it?
No.
Okay.
We'll
do it for that new format that we're considering. That's an Easter egg if we ever do the thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Easter egg for eagle-eyed listeners.
That would be a fun bonus episode to do every month.
Yeah, to rewrite a movie.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Except I get nervous. So I don't know
here's my thing: is I would really like to make a Frankenstein movie that actually is the source material. Mm-hmm. I think there's a way to do it and still make it interesting, and I think he had pieces of it here.
I think he has pieces too.
I just wouldn't go with this. So
okay, so let's do a quick this or that before we rate this movie.
Okay.
I'm going to do this or that of Guillermo del Toro directed or produced films that I know that you have seen.
I'm ready.
Because obviously he's directed a lot, but you haven't seen them all. So some of these are going to be really funny.
And then I'll ask you after too.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Frankenstein or Pan's Labyrinth?
Pan's Labyrinth. Like hands down.
Frankenstein or The Orphanage?
I don't remember The Orphanage very well, and I'm going to say Frankenstein just because I had a lot of fun still, even though I complained.
Frankenstein or Mama?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein or The Shape of Water?
The Shape of Water.
Frankenstein or Nightmare Alley?
Nightmare Alley. I really like Nightmare Alley, and I forgot that he directed that. Again, though, that's an adaptation, isn't it? Or it's a remake?
I don't know what
it's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake.
And it has pretty complex themes that are not on the surface.
This was supposed to be a quick thing, my man.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, he's a good writer and director. So, what happened here is my point. But okay, go ahead. You got another one?
This is going to be a silly one, but Frankenstein or Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities?
I never watched all of them.
You watched at least half.
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Okay. All right.
What about you? Oh, wait, hold up. Here's the next question. Shape of Water or Pan's Labyrinth? I can't answer it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not answering it either. Or Nightmare Alley.
Oh, well, Pan's Labyrinth and Shape of Water.
I liked Nightmare Alley a lot.
Okay, now
go ahead. Your turn. Pan's Labyrinth or Frankenstein?
Pan's Labyrinth.
The Orphanage?
Can you ask it correctly,
Frankenstein or The Orphanage?
The Orphanage.
Frankenstein or Mama?
Frankenstein.
Okay, Frankenstein or The Shape of Water?
The Shape of Water.
Frankenstein or Nightmare Alley?
Frankenstein.
No way. Divorce.
I got really bored during Nightmare Alley and I fell asleep.
Man, that's why Netflix is making movies for you to be on your phone. You're
okay.
Sorry.
Maybe I am.
Frankenstein or Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities?
Frankenstein.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
All right. Okay. All right. Well,
but I also fell asleep during one of the Cabinets of Curiosities too, because it scared me because there was too many rats.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot that was
scary,
part of it. That one was good. Okay. Let's rate this thing.
Okay. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10.
That's exactly what I'm giving it to.
You gave it a 7 after.
Nah. Look at my letterbox. Says it right there.
You told me it was a 3.5.
I think I changed it after chewing on it. It's a 6 out of 10. And I will say, I think our complaints about this are because we expect more from Del Toro. So and
I don't know if that's always fair, but
yeah.
And it's a 6 out of 10 because we're giving it the 6, because the performances from our 2 leading men are great.
The movie looks good.
Looks beautiful. The opening sequence was pretty rad. All of those things are I want to give it its flowers, but the issues with the screenplay is the whole 4
I'm giving
it
a 6 because I enjoyed watching it, but if I think about it all, I get frustrated.
Yeah.
So that's like where I am.
On the enjoyment Matt Dalton scale.
I don't know. This is really hard.
From
-5
to 5.
I might give it a 0.
Oh, shit.
It's not... I feel really indifferent. Like, I liked it. I think that I'm frustrated by it, though. So...
I'm not giving it a 0. I'm giving it a 4
A
out of
5?
Because I think it's
Whoa.
cultural significance. I think it is one of the movies of the year that people are going to want to see, are going to want to talk about. I think it's culturally significant enough that I say you should watch it. I think it's pretty enough that I say you should watch it. But
that's kind of nuts.
I also think it would be really interesting too as a teacher to like read the book and then watch this and
then you could be like, why is this bad?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad giving it a 0.
Yeah, I was shocked you gave it
I don't know why. I think that this conversation made me like lower on it. Even though when we came out of it, I was like, I had so much fun. But I definitely think that had I not just read the book, my expectations would be different. But I'm finding when watching it, even the book is like a challenging being because it's older and like it is a little slow. But like once I watched the movie, I was like, I feel like the themes of the book and the way that it's framed really, they make so much more sense to me. And I'm like, I get why these choices were made now that I've seen it done poorly. So, yeah. Okay. Well, anything else you want to
That's all I got.
That's all we got. This is a long app. So, well, I've been Matt Hanna.
I'm Hannah.
This is Horror at the Hannas. Stay tuned.
And stay scared.